Adam tells Wax that he's next to get indicted.
You just said that.
What?
Well, you just ran down on Flacco and gave him a big old bear hug, which is interesting because he's got a variety of conspiracy theories about you. And
you should call him in here, bro.
He's on the news right now, but he seems as if.
What's the conspiracy theory? I don't see.
He thinks you're losing your mind, and he thinks that you might snap and do something to him. His words.
I'm losing my mind. Why does he think that?
He says that you seem angry, aroused, dealings that maybe you're next on the Fed's platter.
What do you mean dealings?
Like I'm watching Rich Homie Quan, and he's talking about how when rest in peace, that when he had to come to LA and check in, that it was like you and Big U, sort of two men in the situation.
We was having a conversation
about checking in.
No, I was already up there having a conversation. Again, he pulled up. See, y'all got it. This was crazy. When it come to me, you motherfuckers seem to catch.
Yeah, you could feel the gates and just the cells closing in on Wack.
Catch amnesia when somebody's telling the story. He said he landed at LAX. Whoever picked him up, whoever he was with, told him we need to go to Crenshaw High. He said, "Oh, okay, that's the blue side." So I don't know Rich Homie Quan. I don't know. I just know him from. I really knew his mama.
You were at the football game talking business with Big U.
No, we were in the parking lot having a conversation. He pulled up
to check in.
Yeah, well, you got to remember that ain't.
Don't forget, Big U been controlling the streets for a long time, and him and Wack been a duo for like 17 years. You know, they did a lot of dirt. You know, Wack was a part of a lot of dealings. If Loose was part of some things, and Brick Baby, they could tie them, then they could damn sure tie Wack. Come on.
My neighborhood.
Right.
So he ain't pulling up for me. It wasn't like we were scheduled to meet Rich Homie Quan that day.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So he pulled up, and I seen him, and I never forget it. I'm going to tell you why I remember it. Because at the time, I used to confuse him and Young Thug.
Okay.
Right?
Typical unk mistake of that era.
So when he pulled up, they all got out the car. Everybody dapped each other up. You know, I'm kind of like letting them do their thing because whatever he come to do, I don't know what he came to do. And he didn't lie. He wanted him to go out there, I guess, with the kids. On the football field. You know what I'm saying? You know, The kids in the ghetto, they don't see a lot of that shit. And that was all that was. But I don't him saying that I think he added to the conversation saying
Wack thinking hard as hell how to lie about this.
You flew in here and you staying here and staying there because those elements don't fit what he was there to do. That's kind of like issuing a threat. You know what I'm saying? When you telling somebody you staying here and your driver is this person and this, just that, it's kind of like issuing like a silent like threat. But I think he added that to it. And that's the conversation we need to have today. That a lot of these podcasts and when people get caught up in conversation, some of it be tainted with some real shit, and then a lot of it be tainted with some bullshit.
You're saying people make up stories, inflate stories to make them crazier?
You land, right?
Yeah.
Whoever he's with already done had conversations with Big U. Bro, we come in, we're going to pull up on you, right? So me knowing him, he like, what time y'all get in? Hey, bro, we coming that way. What time y'all get in?
So he's saying like Big U won't even got to talk to him about checking in because somebody else already did it, one of his minions. So by the time they meet, everything is said and done and the amount been agreed upon and all that.
Cool, pull up on me. I'll be at practice with the kids.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing it play out. That'd be cool for the kids. Nephew could come over here and, come out there for the kids, right? This had to been 2015-ish era.
Yeah.
Something like that. So if he actually came in, right, and went straight to Crenshaw High, jump out, Big U like, oh shit, y'all really here. What's up, nephew? Whatever. I bagged up, what's up, homie? What's up? Now he he knew who I was. At that time, I remember I confused him with Young Thug. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Said that already.
He said, yeah, man, you cool with going out here, with the kids? They out there, they gonna go crazy. They fans. He like, yeah, sure, cool. So he went out there and walked with the kids and they did their shit. So why in that situation would a person go having a conversation about motherfucker know where you stand at, who your driver is?
I think it's at least in part because
it don't even make sense.
Much like Big U, you've kind of gone into detail about a variety of situations that a lot of people are conflating with extortion at this point.
What do you mean by that? What you mean?
At
this point, do y'all think that Adam presses Wack more than Academics is? I think like Academics want to be sure, like he got to be absolutely sure that Wack is going down. Then he'll jump on the bandwagon. Just like Trap LaRock's going to drop something, but I think they should do it already. Like, I don't know if I don't think Vlad believes him. I just think that Vlad, like, oh, yeah, whatever. Like, that's why he has him on his show, but he don't press him too hard. He let him lie. So as the trial going on later, Vlad will be able to play this. Oh, look, he said this about this before. He said this about that. As he going to have to take the stand. It's going to be crazy. Then Academics going to say, I knew this, and he never always had an answer. He's going to go back in hindsight. And Trap LaRoss is going to drop something, say, this is Wack 100, a story. He already got something. And if you don't, Trap, then y'all need to tag him and say, he need to get his Wack 100 CS2 back stuff out there, man. Shout out to SBGBTV, man. Come on.
It's been supposed, and we don't have to get into the details of every single one of these situations, but it's been, you basically said in the past that Oscar De La Hoya was paying to not have his nude photos or zesty photos released.
Stop right there.
It's been said that you were talking to Nipsey's family about the gay tapes of him not coming out. I don't know if there's money involved in that. It's been suggested that maybe Kim Kardashian at one point or Kanye, that they were doing stuff for you so that you didn't release more sex tapes of her.
Okay.
Wack got everybody tape. He's the middleman of all these. He don't want to get his. He's playing with legal loopholes. That's what got the game in trouble, messing with him, trying to make shell companies and all this, and they still got it, and they pierced the corporate veil. Wack is always the intermediary. He always like, oh, the lawyer got it. Technically, we made a deal. It was all legal. Like we did it with the lawyers. Nah, just because you do stuff with lawyers don't make it all legal. Lawyers do illegal stuff too. And get disbarred and all that stuff. So watch it. But Wack always trying to, I don't got it. Technically, he don't got the Nipsey tape. He's stopping it from coming out. He's just a broker. You can't just broker illegal goods. Then pawn shops would just be able to take stuff. Oh, you stole it? It don't matter. Give it to me. No. You got to be responsible as a middleman if you know that the goods that you're harboring or trying to sell or get off are illegal or No, it don't work. Come on, he's going to prison.
Now, let's start with the first one.
And when Academics kind of tried to bring up some of this stuff on the podcast, you got very irate and you were really kind of screaming at him.
Because y'all dumb.
See, right there.
You're a dummy too. I gotta call you a dummy.
Okay, but
because I'm gonna show you.
But starting with the name calling makes you look more guilty.
No, I'm gonna show you why. Oscar De La Hoya.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to the conversation, I clearly state this is what the attorneys worked out.
Mm-hmm.
See, the minute the attorneys are involved, right?
Don't make it legal.
This is not extortion. This is a business deal.
You hear that? He think that you could, hey, I want some money from you. I won't put this out. But wait, don't give it to me. Work it out with my lawyer. Work it out. Say my production company has this and they've acquired this. Not me, the production company, and they're going to put it out. And they got permission from the other parties in the tape. But if you don't want it to come out, you can come in and buy it. Just give us some money, we'll hold it. Or you'll become an executive producer or a board member of the company, but it takes all unanimous vote of board members to release it. And since it's going to be me and you as the board members, then it won't never get released because you won't never vote. Yeah, so that ensures that it won't go away without it being extortion. Blah. He just be talking in circles.
You then talked about it openly on Club Shay Shay.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the minute you get attorneys involved, see, if you have something, right? That's yours. It's yours.
See, he owns it.
You got the consent to have it.
Okay.
And you like, hey, Hey, bro, check this out. This is really pertaining to you. Hey, attorney such and such, contact his attorney. Tell him if he wants to take possession of this shit, right, to where I don't use it.
See?
Let me know, right? He calls his attorney. They negotiate.
He just fucking described extortion. Let's replay that.
See, if you have something, right,
right,
that's yours. It's yours. And you got the consent to have it.
Okay.
And you like, hey, bro, check this out. This is really pertaining to you. Hey, attorney such and such, contact his attorney. Tell him if he wants to take possession of this shit, right, to where I don't use it.
So, hey, you know what? If you got caught in a sex tape with a girl that you hired and she gave me the tape and permission to use it and have it, I got it through her. But, you know, she's not famous. She's not going to be the one affected by it. You are. So if you want to, you know, make some type of deal through the attorneys where I won't release it because I got it, it's not extortion. You crazy as hell. Yes, it is. And he's just describing it. They have this. They will play this on the stand and describe it just like I just did to a jury. And they're going to say, oh, I see what you're saying.
Let me know. Right? He calls his attorney. They negotiate what they negotiate. They draw up their paperwork. Right? He never one time talks to Oscar De La Hoya. Right? There's never conversation between the two. The minute
that's why your lawyer represents you. They don't represent themselves. The lawyer is a representation of you. That lawyer is showing up to court for you. That's why you could be somewhere else on vacation and your lawyer could show up and represent you and you don't got it in your vacation.
You get attorneys involved in these type of situations, that's not an extortion, right? So we're going to Kanye next, right?
Sure.
This started on Bootleg Cab, did it not?
I don't remember.
Bootleg Cab said, what's up with these extra tapes I've been hearing about? I said, yeah, it's a couple extra tapes. He like, what you gonna do with them? I said, we would never do anything with them but give them to Kanye. That's what was said, right?
Okay.
You can pull it up.
Hey, yeah, we got it. We're a production company. We got this tape and this material, but we just happen to never, ever want to give it out. We would only give it back to Kanye. Then that's extortion. But what Kanye got to do? He got to buy it? What if he don't buy it? Then you just keep it? What's the options?
Right? So guess who calls me?
The Kardashians.
Kanye.
Or Kanye, okay. Yeah.
Wack, what up, bro? Man, I seen boom, boom, boom. Yeah, is that real? Yeah. Well, how could I? You said, okay, cool, I'm going to put you with little bro. Y'all, you know. Yeah, send him to the airport. Bro, grabbed it, drive, went to the airport, gave it to him.
Okay.
Where do you see, where's the extortion?
Maybe some of that stuff is above board, but I think that a lot of people are assuming that if you were doing all this type of stuff, then maybe you were also hitting up the food vendors outside of Crenshaw High like Big U.
No, stop right there. What type of stuff have I done? Everything I just laid out to you was either it was a business deal or it was a man keeping his word and just saying, here.
But you realize most people don't monetize their life in such a way. I'm not saying that there's anything inherently illegal about it, but most people don't obtain sex tapes and then profit off of not releasing them. Lawyers or otherwise.
No, the profit came out.
Exactly, yo. Adam be pressing him. It's like almost like a lazy press though. Like he's not doing it like I want to know. It's like, oh yeah, shit just don't make no sense. Just don't hold up. Not many people profit off getting tapes and not releasing them with or without lawyers involved. These lawyers are shady too. He's going to get them disbarred.
And that there's anything inherently illegal about it, but most people don't obtain sex tapes and then profit off of not releasing them. Lawyers or otherwise.
No, the profit came after the initial
extortion.
Release. That shit been out since like 2003.
Which, the sex tapes?
2004, yeah.
Well, the original one, yeah. But you supposedly had more.
Yeah, but again, and then Kanye went on a show and delivered the drive. Has anything ever come out?
Not yet, but Kim K's an op now, right?
She ain't my op. She ain't ever did nothing.
No, she's Kanye's op, and you're Kanye's homie, right?
Well, that has nothing. That's his ex-wife, bro. That's the mother of his kids. But if you look at the Bootleg Cab show when he asked me about it.
He seems very upset with her.
No, when you asked me about it, he said, bro, what y'all can make so I said, we would never do that, bro. Like, and at this time, I wasn't even, I knew Ye, we talked time to time, right? It wasn't no like, that's my partner at this time, right? I said, just sitting over in the safe. Like, we ain't got no, he got kids by her. Like, on some real shit, we just give it to him.
See, he tried to insinuate that no money that no money was involved or exchange hand. Oh, it's just sitting over there in the safe. Well, we was gonna release it, but we thought, maybe they was waiting for another viral moment or figuring out if it is legal. I think it was. I don't know. Just like Big U, they did what they said. Like Big U, if you paid him, then he allowed you to have security and protect you if you paid him. Like, they were by the book OGs, right? They just stupid. Wack 100 got all these things now. He worried about a murder with Money Mike, who was the other gangbanger that died, and it was a whole bunch of stuff. And he's saying that Loose Cannon is trying to pin it on him, but he thought Big U was trying to pin it on Loose Cannon. That's why he sent him a video of all this. This is crazy. Wack 100 is a snitch. I'm a civilian. I could call him and I could see it. He's a snitch because he's involved and trying to get out of it. How is he allowed to do this? I don't know how he allowed to be on the internet like this as an OG Paru, all the Parus. I don't know how they just not up here just like slandering Wack 100, saying he can't come to somewhere, I guess. But hopefully the gangs, maybe that means the gangs are dying out and they're not as powerful, and people like Wack 100 and Big U that deserve to be in prison, if they did what they're accused of and it can be proven, they should be locked away, and because they're no good to our community. It's just crazy. Let me know what y'all think, Cave Dwellers. Is Wack 100 next? Adam tell Wack 100 he's next to get indicted after Big U. Do y'all believe it? I do. Let me know in the comment. Do y'all think so?